All power belongs to the people who shall exercise their sovereignty in accordance with the Constitution. So it belongs to us, Parliament, Executive, Legislature. Those are our trustees.
Debate on what kind of Uganda we want to see in the next 20 years.
The national budget is more than just a state budget. Uganda's economy is one that really echoes and emphasizes confidence.
We can have the money from oil and we distribute to everybody. We can also invest in strategic sectors and then we can also invest in some fund like the Norwegians do it. But I think we need the most important thing is we need to invest in strategic sectors that can boost the economy.
If my end of probation is 30th June and I don't hear from you, that means I'm automatically confirmed. Employers we need to be aware of. The first one is the requirement for pre and post-employment medical checks.
So there just isn't enough distinction between what is political influence and what is like development influence.
And one more.
Today, I first, as a general manager of Sheraton Kampala, welcome you to this historic home. It's always a pleasure to host you here and to organize such prestigious event.
So for NUTIP, this event is really part of a much broader journey that we have started over the last 1.5 years when we first started collaborating with the other chambers.
Because we already have a vision. So as we are talking about policy, let's take our minds to, why is this policy going to be effective or ineffective as we are thinking about the next 20 years of growth?
We have to understand that employment is, a power imbalanced relationship. You have I as the employer and X as the employee. So if I go quiet about it, and as Martin stated, it would mean that someone can keep on working and then at a point X in time you say we have to disengage. Changes in the Employment Act have done is really say that they're putting the onus on the employer to make sure that this assessment, these conversations are had before time.
So do we have any questions? You said it. Is this a boardroom issue, right? With all of this paid leave and also the adding of, daycare, basically. So that's kind of the elephant in the room. This is really disincentivizing businesses to hire women. So was that the purpose of this?
Very important to say, this year's budget is the biggest budget in our history. So what that has also translated to is that we're going to expect more taxes because this big budget is going to be financed mostly from the local domestic revenue mobilization.
Unless government addresses the issue of corruption by the tax collectors, by the taxpayers, by all Ugandans, then we shall lose a lot of money.
So we can come together today to really make specific asks and ask specific questions about how we can grow the economy together. What are the routes that are changing? How do we comply as companies? And how can we use existing systems to grow?
We analyze the budget. What are the effects of the budget within what the government has passed? But also, how does the budget affect our businesses, or what are the opportunities within the budget for the businesses that are part of these chambers? The Employment Act, there's so many changes. So the businesses are asking, if the maternity leave is increased, what is going to happen to my business?
The gathering here today is called Foreign Chambers of Commerce Policy Summit. So it's foreign capital doing business here. And of course, they are very, very concerned about the protection of Sovereignty Act.
I think one of the key takeaways of these meetings is that we have a strong strategic direction. So now the big question is, how does government and the private sector development partners come together to implement that vision? For the private sector, it's about perhaps moving from a conversation around tax incentives to a broader strategic conversation with government about what are the key fiscal interventions, reform options that would enable the private sector to invest at scale in those priority sectors. And this is indeed a conversation that the World Bank is supporting and wants to keep on supporting in the future.
for everybody who is here today, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much to all our sponsors. Thank you to the team and thank you to Sheraton Hotel. Have a safe journey.
Summit has been so insightful, mainly because I practice HR. I was more interested in the amendment to the Employment Act, and it has been of great insight.
So we know that there've been so many changes in our policies lately, and today we've been discussing those same things. We've had an amazing time with amazing speakers, with so many people in the room who make decisions, who've been pushing for these things to be different for such a long time, and we are privileged to have been here today.
Today has been an amazing day, and I think for us as the American Chamber of Commerce, we believe that we've deliberated on those issues that members wanted. So a lot of them have been able to get clarity, and then also in the Employment Act, the members have also been able to understand what are those things they need to look out going forward when it comes to employment. And I'm so glad that we had such amazing partners from the British Chamber of Commerce, the French Chamber of Commerce, NUTIP, and then all our sponsors.